This is Kamera, my first few minutes with God, day 45, Leviticus chapter 5 through 7. So these chapters, again, talking about the procedures and the processes of the of offerings, burnt offerings, sin offerings, guilt offerings, what is considered as a sin. A lot of times they cover that. For example, this one right here, the first one they start off with was refusing to testify when you're called about something you've seen or something you know about. That is a sin. Isn't that something? And so it talks about, for instance, let's say not everybody's on the same financial level. So you have some people who can't afford a sheep. So you can give like two turtle doves or or pigeons or what have you. Also, it talks about what the priest has to do to with these offerings when they receive them. A lot of times they have to place their hands on their head and the way they die. I mean, the way they have to splatter the blood and how they have to cut the meat into pieces. So it does go over that. Instructions to Aaron and his sons are given again on regarding the grain offering. So it talks about the grain offering, how it has to be cooked or how it should be treated. Talks about the ordination. There's going to be an ordination where the Aaron and his sons are going to be ordained or anointed. So God gives Moses instructions on that. Talks more about the peace offerings, the offering whenever you have fulfilled a vow. And it says, points out never eat blood or the fat of the offerings. From my understanding, those are special offerings to God. If you eat those things, then you can be cut off from the community. You will be cut off from the community. Talks about the priest portions. The priests do get a portion. If it's meats, they get the breast and the thigh, the right thigh. They are considered the offerings to those the priest portions. And they talked a little bit about some of the grain offerings yesterday on what the priests get as well. And so these instructions were given to Moses on Mount Sinai when he commanded the Israelites to present their offerings to the Lord in the wilderness. So it speaks a lot about these offerings, and that's what mainly was talking about. The priests, what they have to do, what the people have to do to give their offering, what type of animal, grain, how it should be treated, the presentation of it, the process of it, the procedures, the instructions on all of it is just that serious. And again, the priest is the mediator. They are the liaison between God and the people. We don't have those problems anymore. We have, Jesus Christ is our mediator. But at this point here, this is how things were dealt. You had the priests who were the mediators between God and the people. And whenever a person committed a sin, whether it was intentionally or unintentionally, if it was unintentionally and they realized it was later that it was a sin, they had to present an offering, a burnt offering, sin offering, guilt offering to the priest. The priest had to handle that. They're the ones who had to make things right between God and the people. And there you have it, guys. Day 45, Leviticus chapter 5 through 7. You have a God-filled, blessed day.